has touched the lives of everyone in your community.
It's a place for peace of mind. How really sacred this place is for people.
Everyone in your community is affected by how you care and take care of your cemetery.
I'm the city clerk for the city of Nicholasville, and part of my job duties include cemetery deeds. This goes back, I guess, to its inception. I can't even swear to that. It was way before my time, but I do know we have handwritten records back to 1932. This was one of the maps that detailed where everybody was at the cemetery. These were the records that were turned over to the city when the previous owner decided they no longer wanted to care for it. Owners of Nicholasville Cemetery said, "Here it is, it's all yours."
Oftentimes we would get a phone call, somebody wanting some information on a loved one that again was maybe buried back in the 60s, 70s, even farther back. And you go back to these old binder notebooks with penciled notes and ink pens. And
it's a notebook. It's literal, there's just in the order that they received them.
The older the cemetery, the more possibilities that there are inaccuracies in the records or information is missing.
The previous clerk before me, she tried really hard to get everything digitized, but the records are so...
Inaccurate information will remain inaccurate, whether on paper or digitized. Research in the field is the key to finding and resolving errors. Our company is called Roberts Consulting Services.
And they're certainly helping us map out this entire cemetery with old documents and then them walking the grounds and putting this together.
It's a puzzle. We're putting the pieces together. And we're making order out of chaos.
Sandra and her team just hit the ground running. They laid it all out for us of what they can do for us and how they could help our operations.
They need information quickly accessible that tells them exactly where the body is, where the grave is, if there's cornerstones, if there's pegs. They need to know if the grave has been bought, who's the owner. There's a ton of information that they need quick access to.
Get a call at 11 o'clock at night that there's been an accident at the cemetery, and this gentleman was being pursued for a suspected DUI at a high speed and came through the cemetery here and got about 6 deep into our cemetery with a pickup truck.
They called me and they said, "Do you happen to have any information about this section?" They told me what happened, and I said, "You're in luck because I just finished that section."
And within 24 hours I had that information, and it's helped us start to piece together responsibilities that we have here to loved ones. We're starting to now assess the complete damage. We're getting those numbers in, and boy, they're climbing every day. Make no mistake, when a city operates a cemetery, it is a budget challenge.
There's a whole section that when we measured it out, it looks like that we may also be able to reclaim some property there for them to be able to sell.
When we walk a cemetery, we are looking for every available space that can be sold.
She is a hero to us because that's something I wouldn't know where to start. People want to be more informed, and in social media and whatnot, they expect to be able to find the answers at the drop of a hat. So it just blows their mind sometimes when I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to go to the vault. I'm gonna have to pull that stuff. It may be a little, and they're like you can't just look it up? No. The fact that she'll be able to digitize this and put this in some kind of order, whereas it's not in any kind of order now.
Over the years, the software has developed to be able to meet all the needs of visitors who come to the cemetery and the needs of the cemetery workers. So one of the key tools that we have created is what we call lot mapping. So within that lot, it's going to give all different information that they need. Even the information about, hey, there's not enough space between grave 2 and grave 4 for grave 3 to be buried for a full body. But there is enough space for it to be an infant or a cremation size. So all that key information is already there at their fingertips. Reasons why cemeteries contact us is because they have the unfortunate event that someone has died and there's not enough space. To go to a family when they are grieving and say, Grandma cannot be buried beside Grandpa, It's not a pleasant experience.
You're serving people in this community. It's very important, and we certainly want to protect that integrity for our citizens and folks that have loved ones here.
Cemeteries want us to come to try to find these problems before they're a at-need problem.
I would just simply say to other cemeteries and city managers, you want to be more efficient and have better retention, I would certainly reach out to Sandra and let them present what they can do for you, because I think you'll find it'll make you efficient and make operations much more smoother for you.
You can turn this around to where your community is excited about their tax money being spent on their family members, and it's a history that will live on even when they have passed, so their children and their grandchildren will have access to this information and see this living legacy of their community.